it's Chris Doucher for GeekNerdNet.com. I'm at the 2023 Calgary Expo. Super excited to be sitting beside Francine Delgado. Hello, Francine.
Hi, hello.
Hey, great to meet you. We first met on a panel the other day on day 3 of the show, and we were talking about breaking into comics, and we talked about your work, and you're an artist and like super talented. I love your stuff. It's the quirkiness and just the overall awesome look of your stuff is really cool. So you started out in animation, and then now you're making your way into comics, and you've got covers here for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and you've got some other work. And talk a bit about your start in, say, animation and then into comics.
Sure. First of all, thank you, Chris, for the interview. I'm very honored to do this. And second of all, as you just mentioned, I started in animation first, and I feel like my career in animation is pretty solid at the moment. I have worked in big franchise, and I have worked in movies like the Addams Family, the first one. Then I work on stuff like Mega Man, being like a character designer for that. And I had the pleasure to art direct Barbie. And I'm working on a movie for Disney that I cannot say the name yet. So I feel like anime, yeah.
Ooh, everyone goes, ooh.
Ooh.
I should have gone ooh with the other stuff too, so.
And I'm the quirky one, right? See, but that's why I feel like it's pretty solid at the moment. And for comics, I feel like I'm just maybe starting on my breaking in. I have been working on comics since maybe 9 years too, but slowly, because animation has been my main job. Yep. So I've been doing like side job things, like a little bit over there, comics. But still though, I think I'm taking it more serious now, and I'm working on covers for bigger publishers. And I also working on a project of my own with a writer. That one I'm very excited, because a writer that I worked in the past with a smaller projects. We work on this story called Mercy for Matt Cave. They did an anthology last year, and we were part of that anthology. And I really like working with him. So now we're working in our own IP. And we are going to start presenting that very soon to a couple of publishers as well.
Nice. Wow, congratulations. That's exciting. So you come to a convention like Calgary Expo, and you've been to other conventions, and I think it's been a while since you've been to Calgary, you said, right? Or is this your first time in Calgary?
No, I came last year too.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
No, but before last year, I used to come every year, to Calgary every year since 2015, because I love this convention. I thought it was amazing. It's too big. People here is so freaking warm. But then COVID happened and convention stopped. And I came back last year, and now here we are.
That's awesome. So when you get to do, like yesterday we were on that panel with Bill Morrison and Scott Koblish, and then you're talking to fans about your experience, and you're hearing their experiences as well. What kind of impact does that have on you as a creator, sort of moving forward? Like, do you think about that stuff? Do you take away from that?
Yeah, no, of course. First of all, it's always super great to be in a panel with artists that had such a great trajectory, and when you hear their stories, it's like you're also part of the public. I'm there at the table as a panelist, but I'm also excited about hearing how they have the break-in, and to hear about the tips. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, I'm here sitting with them, but I'm also taking my notes,
Yeah, for sure.
So I really appreciate that and take notes for myself. But I also think, for example, they were talking about inking yesterday, and we mentioned that he started as an inker. Yeah. So I thought like he was going to be more on the inker side as well. Like, yeah, there should be more inkers, but he's saying that the industry is shifting now. So it's kind of like a sad thing, because I love the fact that in American comics, you can only do pencils and somebody else inks your stuff. So as an artist, that is very cool. But I also understand why are more artists that are doing everything themselves.
Right.
So yeah, I take a lot of things from panels. I'm learning from panels. I hope I can show something to people as well.
And like on that note, do you, for your work, would you rather have an inker on your stuff?
For covers, yes,
Yeah.
because they do that professionally, only that. So they know how to make it look prettier and better and tighter. But if I'm doing like, it depends. Like for my first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cover, I did line art and I worked with an inker, and that was perfect, beautiful piece. And he did a lot of details, and I couldn't be happier with it. Yeah. But for the newest one I'm working on, I work everything myself because I wanted to try this new rendering blend mode that I'm doing with markers. So I wanted to get fancy. Yeah. So in that case, I was really happy to do it all by myself because it has a different look.
Right.
And so it depends on what I'm going to do, but I do like to work with inkers.
Nice.
If I'm working with the right one, right?
Yeah. And then you, so just to go back for a sec. So your own project that you're working on with the writer that you worked on before, was it Mercy? You said, sorry, what was the name of the anthology story you did? Sorry.
The name of our comic is Mercy, but the name of the book is I'm blanking here. Okay. But yeah, it's an anthology that they did for the kids that lost everything in the war in Ukraine. Oh, wow. So all the money, absolutely all the money that they make from the book, not just a part, like everything from the sales of the book went to this organization that was rescuing kids and helping kids that lost everything at the war.
That's great. That's great.
And all the stories were like very personal for the creators. They didn't have to be like war stories, but a lot of them were like war stories or people that survived war. And Mercy was about the grandmother of my writer, how she survived the war in France when the Nazis get there. And it was like only a 4 or 5 page story, but it was very powerful.
Yeah. Oh wow! Thank you for sharing that. That's great. And, I mean, it's excellent when the creative community can come together and do something like that. It's like, of course, you drop everything and you do it, right? Yeah.
Actually, the other day I was saying, I don't know if I can say this or not, but I'm a sucker for that stuff. Like you got me when I'm drawing something that can mean something else. Like. If my drawings can help, you're like, you got me there. You're like, okay, you drop everything and you work that because drawing is very cool, but it's something that is not like, saving life or being a doctor that saves people. So it's something that is chill and cool, and I like it for that. But when it can have an extra meaning, you got me there.
Of course. No, that's wonderful. And when you at your table here, when you meet fans or new people who are coming up who've just seen your work for the first time, how are those conversations? Does it keep you going? Like it build up that sort of excitement, energy level of, okay, yeah, this is great. Like people are seeing this and getting this, and that's awesome, and kind of gives you a bit more, I don't know, like energy to keep going.
I think so, yeah. I think so, and it's always great meeting like new fans because it's people like you didn't know before, they didn't know that you exist, they just pass by your table and it's like, oh, this is cute, and they start looking, oh, you're very good, and then they start like the conversation growing.
Sorry, 2 minutes. Sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
And the conversation start growing like more organically. But what is like the best is like this happened at this convention, but then next year you come back and you see that fan coming back. Yeah, that's the best. Last year I met this girl at this convention, and she had amazing energy, and we just have like a very organic talk. Like we talked like for half an hour, and we were like, oh my God, this is just like a convention, like a talk over a table at a convention. We should be friends. We have so much thing in common. She keep talking to me on Instagram, and we talk on Instagram sometimes, things like, jokes, things like here and there. She came back yesterday and like, hey, girl, how are you? So it's like those weird friendships you start over a convention table talk.
Yeah, I love that. That's really cool. And you're right. I mean, a ton of friends that I've made over the years have just been here, like sitting here.
I just met you at a convention, so there you
go.
go.
I love it. So for your own project upcoming, the next, when are you looking at that timing? I know you can't talk too much about it, but you said you're going to pitch some publishers, and do you see that as sort of in the next few months, over the next year? How's that looking for it?
My writers are sending the pitch this month. No, this month no, because this month ends today. So next month. Yeah. Oh my God,
tomorrow.
The days. Yeah, they are sending the pitch tomorrow.
Yeah. It's May 1st. Let's go.
They are sending hit tomorrow.
Yeah, nice.
9 o'clock. They are doing that. So I'm very excited about it. Like, I really don't know who are gonna take it. We are really very excited to pitch it to Matt Cave because we worked with them on the past.
Right.
And I know the publisher there, and for some reason they like us too.
For some reason, come on.
And I work with Matt Cave also as a cover artist for other of their projects, so I know this publisher and the people there, and I will love if it goes with them because I think our story goes in a very good line with their other books. But sadly wouldn't work out with them. We have other publishers too that we want to send this project, and I think it's gonna be very good because maybe I cannot say a lot yet because it's not out there, but we're working with a very good group. There are 2 writers and another creator that came in as a cultural consultant first, but he has been like super in depth. He knows a lot about it, and I'm just doing the art, but they're doing an amazing story, and then they take my comments in mine, and then they tweak some stuff as well, and
Good, nice. Well, Francine Delgado, thank you so much for taking time.
Thank you, Chris. It has been so good to meet you, and thank you for the interview, and hope to see you soon.
Yeah, see you soon. Okay.